Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Investor More, and this is a house flip we've been working on. This is what it looked like when I first bought it, and we've made some big improvements to it already. One of the most affordable houses we've bought in a while. I paid, I think it was $185,000 for it, but it had one big major problem, and that's it only has one bedroom. So we have solved that problem, and we'll show you how we solved that problem. Having two bedrooms versus one makes a huge difference in value on properties in our area. It could mean as much as $50,000 or more in value between the two for a similar sized house. It's just so much easier to sell, and people know a two bedroom is way easier to sell, so there's way more people willing to buy that than a one bedroom. This house was bought from the MLS, so I got a commission on it when I bought it as well, since I'm a licensed real estate broker. And it was pretty ugly from the outside. It still is pretty ugly from the outside, but it really wasn't as bad as you may think it was. So this is what it looked like before, and it wasn't amazing. We thought about refinishing those floors. We'll show you what we did, but the walls are in decent shape. Trim wasn't awful. It actually had some newer windows. So a lot of the stuff that cost a lot of money was already done. But kitchens and baths were pretty rough. Those are expensive. And there definitely were some other items we had to do, like add the second bedroom, which really wasn't too difficult. And we'll show you what we did here in just a second. But the trim was okay. Obviously, we did not keep the curtains, but we did probably, I think we made the right choice in the floor. We'll show you, because it's pretty rough. It had some real gnarly spots, and just wasn't a whole lot we could do with it. Here's the kitchen, which was also pretty rough. It wasn't really that rough. There just wasn't much to it. So it was a weird layout with your stove over here and your fridge over there, and your cabinets and sink over here, but then some of the cabinets go farther than your counters. So, we try to save kitchens if we can, but we just tore this whole thing out and start over from scratch, and we'll show you what we did for the laundry as well, because as you can see, their washer and dryer were also in the kitchen, which made it even tighter, especially when you consider there's just a living room. There's no other real dining room. There's kind of this other second room, but again, we'll show you here in a second. So there's this other big room right here, and there was actually a wall in the past for this room separating it from the rest of the house. They took that out. So I don't know if they wanted more, a formal living room, dining room, what have you. But by taking out that wall, they literally decreased the value of this house a massive amount and really limited their marketing, but made it easy for someone to come along and add a lot of value later on. And it really wasn't that difficult. So this is what the house looked like before. Like I said, a little rough, not too awful. This was one window that was old, but we'll show you what we did there too. And then another bedroom over there, and then the bathroom right there. And here is the house now. And we decided not to refinish the floors. As you can see, we just did the vinyl plank because those floors were rough and they had a lot of missing wood. It just would have taken a huge amount of work to make those look decent, and they still might not have looked decent. Here is our kitchen area, and you can see there was kind of a little outdoor closet. Well, we made that our laundry room, so we can put a stackable washer and dryer in there, and we have ample room for the kitchen now because we took out a window. I know we don't always like to take out windows, but in this case, there just wasn't much room for cabinets, and by taking out that window, we have much more cabinet space, and it was a real weird spot where that window was too, so that allowed us to kind of put the sink where we want, put a dishwasher in, all the stuff there. Here's where the washer and dryer go. That was easy, just added a little doorway, of course insulated the walls, added some drains, a few things there, and then of course where we added the most value, and which was honestly pretty simple and easy, was I forgot to add, we did do a little bit of outside work too. That awning there was open, covered that up, and of course we'll do some work on the outside of the house here too, so it isn't quite as ugly. But we added a wall. So difficult. Here's the bathroom. It obviously looks much better already. Still need a toilet and vanity. And then, yeah, like I said, it's got like this was an addition. So if you can believe it, this house was actually much smaller originally. And so that addition is a little bit higher than the rest of the house. I'm not sure what to do there because it's kind of a real awkward small step. And so hopefully, I don't know, it's not ideal, but I'm not sure how to fix that situation when one part of the house is an inch higher than the other part of the house. But yeah, here was the bedroom before, didn't do much changes there. And then here is our new bedroom, and we basically just put the wall pretty much where it was before. And it's a good sized room. This is probably 12 by 13, 11 by 13. And people say, that's not a big room. Well, for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house, it's a good sized bedroom. So it's not huge. And then the closet was already there. We just covered up that window, put siding on the back. So we didn't need to get a new window. That was easy enough. And really, this just turned out to be a pretty simple rehab. And we'll be done with it pretty quick here once the kitchen bath gets done. A few other things, and we'll have this house ready to go. It will probably be worth around 300, maybe a little lower. Hard to say. There isn't much for sale under 300, but this will be one of the smaller houses. Luckily, with the 2 bedrooms, that will help out a lot. But it still will be a pretty small house, no garage. So we'll definitely be in the low end of the market here. All right, we'll have the video when it's all done. We'll talk more about the numbers and everything. And we'll have more videos on other projects as well. We've got a few other flips going. We've got other businesses going. Still kind of working to get going on our 8-plex we just bought. But things are moving along. Thanks for watching. Be back soon.